Hallo und willkommen zur 35. Episode von Kritischer Schlag. Ich bin Paul Nash.
What?
What?
The hell was that?
Do we have a German on the podcast?
I guess. Hello and welcome to Critical Strike, episode 35. I am Josh Bicknell, and here with me is Mr. Paul Nash.
Hello, guys.
And Kyle Dumond.
Why didn't you introduce me first?
Because I don't like you.
I'm kind of insulted.
You should be.
And I know Mr. Nash is the guest, but still,
Well, you know.
Yeah, but
I'm a co-host.
in the Josh alphabet, Paul comes first because I like him more.
Then, wow.
Your
Glad to be here,
alphabet is
everybody.
backwards.
Oh, I like you, Kyle.
Don't get me wrong, I like you, Paul, but seriously, K and D comes before P and N.
Yeah, you got that.
But either way, like I said though, my alphabet is more important.
Yeah, backwards.
Your face
Well, no,
is
I mean-
backwards.
Yeah, please.
Alright, and so here we are, episode 35, part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Part
Because,
1 was alcohol-induced.
Yeah, Kyle was a little bit under the influence. shall we
Whatever.
say.
I had a bad month. I got hit by a car. Lady drove away.
Well, I thought you were going to save that for what you've been up to, sir. You yelled at me last time.
Yeah, well, I yelled at you last time because you just went right into it. You ruined the surprise. This was
Well-
like me telling it.
I see. Alright, so I don't know, who should go first this time? Alright, Kyle, you go first. What have you been up to?
Well, like I said, getting hit by a car and going to the hospital. And my back and knee hurt. I beat Fallout 3.
Well, let's go back to the car thing real quick.
Alright.
Alright, so you got hit by a car,
Uh-huh.
and the lady drove off.
My person got hit by a car.
Okay.
Not me in a vehicle. Me walking across the street with a green light got hit by a car.
Right. And she drove off.
Yeah, I mean, she came out and she's like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I said a few unkind things to her. And then I picked up the office supplies that I gathered. And I got to the sidewalk. Was mumbling to myself, and then she went her way. And I went back to the office.
And then somehow you ended up in the hospital
Yep.
where you were twittering to everybody,
Yep.
which everybody loved, by the way. People were kind of making comments to me. I can't believe he's twittering from the hospital.
Hey, there's also a super classy picture of me in my gown and dress shoes and socks in the hospital on TwitPic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Paul told me something that he loved that picture. And that's now his wallpaper.
Aw, Paul.
It's not only my wallpaper, it's also tiled as my wallpaper. I mean, you know.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
No such
That's
thing.
dedication.
No such thing. My wallpaper's the Bioshock awesomeness.
No, you just gone and broke my heart.
Hey, man. I've seen the twit pic, and yeah, it's because I wanted to see the sequined gown you were talking about, you know? You said it had sequins.
Yep.
So from there on, though, the police were ignoring you.
Oh, yeah, that's the best part. After I got back to the office, I called 911. No. I called the 9th precinct, because that's the precinct in which it happened. They told me to call 911. I called 911. They told me to stay put. An hour and a half later, no one showed up. So I was advised to go to the hospital, which I did. 4 hours later, I got a prescription to some super strength Motrin, and was told to take 2.4 grams of it a day. Then I met up with Paul and our friend Nice, called 911 again, and what was it, Paul? 4 hours? They still didn't show up. It was
and
midnight at this point.
Yeah, and I want to remember just remember how cold it was for a second. I think it was a brutal ass night to be outside.
Yeah, it was.
And it was when we finally saw him, because we saw you for the game, right?
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous for him to walk in. I was like, okay, what'd they say? And he's like, I haven't talked to anybody yet. So.
Yeah, I waited outside during the entire incident.
Yeah.
3 hours from 9 till 12.
Wow, that's pretty fucking embarrassing, actually.
Yeah, think about it.
I got there at 8. It was fucking 8 until midnight I waited outside.
For the police, just
for
the police.
For the 911 police, the emergency, oh my god, shit is going down police. And then Nancy got out of work, so I just said, okay, let's go to Wawa and the 9th Precinct, because they are literally right next to each other.
Oh, of course.
It was a good time.
So basically everything's all worked out, though. You know, you're still in pain, right?
Oh, yeah. My back has kind of gone to a dull pain where my knee has suddenly decided that it's going to ruin itself. And it's been incredibly painful the past 4 or 5 days.
Wow, so that's affected your job, right? Because you make your money off of your knees.
Yeah. I'm a salesperson, so I'm on my knees a lot.
You're always dealing with customers on your knees.
Yep. Got to make sure they're treated right.
All right, you finally caught what I was alluding to.
Oh, I caught it the moment you said on your knees. Or with your knees.
Right. So that's basically your story with getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
You're now David's brother.
Yep. Okay, as to video games, I beat Fallout 3. The ending wasn't particularly great, but we're probably going to go into that in more detail later tonight. That's pretty much it. I downloaded the DLC for Fallout. And pretty much all I've been doing is Fallout.
Really? You haven't been playing anything else? Kind of really disappointed with you right now, Kyle.
I don't know. I did the Eve trial, but that was right after we finished last episode.
And you didn't really take the Eve?
Nah.
You know, because I was playing Eve with Dave because you know how Nick will go through his little phases of how he wants to play a game. And you know, Eve is all right. It's there's a very steep learning curve with that game.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the 2-week trial. You get a nice frigate, and then you float around in space.
It's a very slow-paced game, from what I can gather. Like, training a skill takes like X amount of hours or days, like real days. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it.
I don't know much about it because we were gonna play it, Kyle and I and Nice actually, and it doesn't run on 10.4. But is it like Wing Commander Privateer, basically?
I don't know. I've never played that.
Did you ever play X-Wing, Paul?
Yeah.
It's
X-Wing,
like
no,
that.
XCOM. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Did you play the last Battlefront game?
Yes.
We basically just fly around in space. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
And like I said, you can dock and do missions and stuff for agents, and it's just really slow. Everything about that game is slow.
It's definitely like a game you make your course, and then you go eat a sandwich or something.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of it is automated for you. Pretty much, actually, the entire game is automated for you.
Yeah, it is. You just have to pick out. Monkey just has to click where he wants to go.
Right, and then Monkey just has to click on a bad guy and set orbit and attack.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it for you, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I'll go next.
Okay.
I'll save the best for last.
God damn it!
What?
You and your stupid alphabet.
Yeah, well, you know.
It is official. He did lay the rules down.
That's right. Okay, so let's see. I finished Naruto: The Broken Bond.
Was the
And,
last fight epic?
yeah, it was. Like, because you've seen the anime, obviously,
Yeah.
and I know you read the manga.
That I do.
And basically, it ended just the way the original Naruto series did, with the big showdown between Sasuke and Naruto.
Fantastic.
And you know, the battle was pretty cool. You fight it out, and then Naruto goes into his Nine Tails form, and then Sasuke goes into his cursed form. And you know, you just fight it out, and you lose, and Sasuke walks off. The game itself, really good. I would recommend it to people. Pending QuickTime events do not piss you off.
Yeah, I played the demo, and it makes sense when you're doing the whole you're leaping from tree to tree thing and you got to pick your direction, but not when you were doing the thirds fight. And it's like, okay, now hit X, now hit down, now hit Y, now hit B. I don't like QuickTime events.
Yeah, I mean, they used QuickTime events in some really awkward spots, like the fight with Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Lady Tsunade.
Oh.
Yeah, like when they all do their big summons, like Jiraiya's toad comes out, you have to like press X to dodge Orochimaru's snake and stuff like that. The one cool thing about that fight, though, was like when Orochimaru's snake was going after Lady Tsunade's summon thing, the snail, I think it is.
It's a slug.
Yeah, the slug. That you got to control the toad when he was like flying down from the air with this gigantic sword, and then you got to pierce Orochimaru's snake's head.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, that fight kind of pissed me off because there was one part where it had a QuickTime event, of course, and you had to like keep pounding on the B button, and then it switched to another QuickTime event really fast where you couldn't even tell. So here I am bashing B, and then not even noticing that the other one came up, and I keep hitting B because it didn't show me what I had to do.
Uh-huh.
And it said, "Oh, the fight is over. You lost." I was like, "What?" So I stopped playing the game for like the longest time because that just pissed me off. And then finally I figured it out. But yeah, the game is good. I'd recommend it to people. Like I think, yeah, Thrill House asked me if playing those games is kind of like a good way to get into the series. And I would say yeah, because it does follow the series story.
Yeah,
to some
I can
degree.
see that, but you just have to keep in mind it's definitely a good bridge to get into the anime, but you just have to be aware of the anime's terrible, terrible filler arcs.
Yeah, that and through the games you don't get to know the characters. And if anything, Naruto is all about the characters. Like, they all have really different personalities, and you really want to know them, because, like, they all go through these different struggles. Like, what's his name there? The kid in the green suit.
Rock Lee.
Yeah, Rock Lee, you know, like his fight with Gaara. Like, this game kind of covers that, actually. It goes back in time, and you reenact that fight.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you get to know Gaara through the game, but you don't know who he is and like where he came from and all these other things. So
you don't find out his deal.
right, you never once learn that he's basically the same thing as Naruto. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get into the series, this is kind of a good way to do it. But again, you're not going to know the characters, you're not going to know their background, and you're going to be missing out on a lot because the game, while it covers stuff from the game or the story, it does have its own like type of filler things, like having Choji go chase down a potato chip factory.
Wait, what?
Choji goes down and chases a potato chip factory.
The fat guy who has a literal sack of potato chips next to him. Like, a sack of bags of potato chips.
Yeah, but he ran out, and the potato chip factory was taken over by evil ninja.
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Fatty would never run out of potato chips.
Well, in the game he did.
Well, the game's bullshit.
So you had to team up with Naruto and Choji and anybody else that you wanted. I think I picked Neji. And
why would you pick Neji? They're not even in the same friggin' class.
Yeah, I know. But I picked him because he's good.
Whatever. Move on. This is making me angry.
All right. Well, either way, I saved the potato chip factory.
Well, good for you.
No questions about Naruto the Broken Bond, Paul?
No, I think I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, it's not my style of game.
You're not into the anime at all?
I think you can ask my friend Nice. I always want to get to the roots of things, and I don't like to jump into things in the middle of anything. But I think in my head, when it comes to anime, that you can always start earlier. So I'd have real difficulties just getting into it because some purist is always going to tell me, "Oh, that's not the way to do it. You should start elsewhere." So not even going to try.
Look,
right. Like again, I think watching the actual series is better than playing the games. But like, if you are just going to play the games to get to know the series, then start with Naruto Rise of the Ninja, and then play Naruto the Broken Bond, and then you pretty much finish off the actual Naruto series. And then I think they're already working on the Shippuden game.
Wow. That's not a big of a surprise. Shippuden's been out for like a year and a half now.
But it's also not in America yet. It hasn't been licensed. You can watch it on Hulu or like Crunchyroll, but yeah. So after Naruto the Broken Bond, which I finished, by the way, I don't know if I said that.
You did.
I've been playing a lot of Lost Odyssey. I did get back into that game.
How is it?
First thing I'll say, installing it to the hard drive, the best thing you could ever do.
Yep, I have to agree with that. Oh
that
shit,
game
I played Lost Odyssey.
Yeah, I know you played it, but you skipped it, so now I'm going out with my list, Kyle.
I'm sorry, it was so long ago, I'd forgotten.
You fucking fail. Okay, so Lost Odyssey, install it to the hard drive, because now you can actually hear the game, and the load times are a lot quicker. It's really nice. Because I know you had a complaint, Kyle, about the battle system load time.
Yeah, it just takes you out the 2 to 3 seconds that takes the battle to start up.
Now, when you played it after you installed it to the hard drive, was it faster for you?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's pretty much instantaneous. Like, you still get that little part where the circles go across the screen and anything, but
yeah,
it goes pretty much right into the battle. So I can't complain about that. The game, yeah, I'm just about to the end of Disc 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of moving through it now, and I will say it has definitely picked up. This game has a wonderful story. So if you're a fan of a Japanese RPG, you need to play Lost Odyssey and understand that this game has a really slow story base. Like, you don't get to know the characters, I would say, until around mid-level Disc 2.
Seriously?
Yeah.
There's even more character development?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more. And there's a lot more characters, too.
Yeah, I know. I think I've just about stumbled onto the 4th character, but I'm not particularly sure.
Well, you have the Queen of Numara, right?
Nope.
Oh.
But I figured that she was going to be a party member.
Yeah, you have her, and then there's, I think, 2 others that you get after her. And I actually just got another one.
Really?
Yeah. So there's...
About how far do you think I'm in the first disc? I just went to that town where you had to save those 2 kids whose mother died.
Dude, they're your grandchildren.
I know. I was trying not to spoil the game for people.
The game's been out for a year now. If people haven't played it, then fuck them.
I haven't played it.
I know. That's why I'm treading my waters really, really lightly. I didn't say like, whatever. But I would say that you're pretty much close to Disc 2.
Oh, that's good. That's encouraging.
Who's fiddling with paper?
Paul is.
Sorry. They gotta do the whole etiquette thing.
Yeah. My bad. So, yeah, you're pretty much close to Disc 2, and from there, I would say around mid-Disc 2, it really, really starts to pick up. Going into Disc 3, the game just kind of explodes.
God damn it, Paul. Why are you doing this to me, Josh?
I'm telling you, dude, this game is wonderful. I've been getting everybody to play it again, too. Like, after the last Critical Music, where I played that song from Lost Odyssey,
Uh-huh.
like, Now Mick wants it again. Thrill House has been playing it. Another dude that I know just bought it. It's my goal to get everybody to play this game.
Paul, you should play this game.
I don't know, man. Japanese anime. Again, I feel like I'm jumping into, the deep end without learning how to swim in the sea that is Japanese anime.
Yeah, but this isn't anime.
RPG, I mean. And plus,
yeah, but there is no other.
No, and plus, it seems epic.
Yeah, but the thing with Lost Odyssey, though, is, like, this is the only one. There is no, like, thing you have to learn prior to it.
They teach you all the basics.
Fair enough. Kyle,
you
own it?
I don't own it. I'm borrowing it from B.
Oh, okay. Well, and I'll talk to him.
Yeah, I'll gladly lend it up to you.
Oh no! No, Kyle, you have to beat it.
No, I'll buy my own copy, or I'll GameFly it.
Oh, you got GameFly back.
Yeah.
Oh, good choice.
I just went with the one game, so now I have $15 with Netflix and GameFly.
Oh,
month,
sweet.
Which is a pretty good deal.
Yeah. But still, Lost Odyssey though, like I just want to play it all the time now. It's so good, dude. I can't wait until I beat it. And then I think after I beat it, like before, I was kind of on the fence if I wanted to play Tales of Vesperia or the new Star Ocean. I know how you feel about Tales games, Kyle. Right, but
I've been hearing good things about the combat system, but the same garbage that is the story.
Yeah, what was it? Dave and Joel just said it has all the same problems that the Tales of Symphonia story had.
Yep.
Which I'm not surprised, but either way, I mean, I do want to play it. And so I'm kind of on the fence now. I could restart Lost Odyssey when I beat it. Or go back and play, or go and play Tales of Vesperia or Star Ocean, the new one that's coming out.
Go Star Ocean.
I've never played a Star Ocean game, though, and don't they all connect?
I don't know. I've never played a Star Ocean game either.
I think they all connect, and this is the final installment.
Well, it looks like you have some work to do.
Yeah, that or I was actually kind of thinking about picking up The Last Remnant, but I've heard really bad things about that.
So have I. I was tempted to get that too.
I've heard nothing but bad things about that game, so I kind of now want to stay away from it. And I suppose that is it with Lost Odyssey. Just about at Disc 4. Gonna finish it soon. Play it. Let's see. Obviously, a lot of Street Fighter.
Yep.
Don't do it, Kyle.
Oh, it almost came out.
I know. That's what she said. So Street Fighter Turbo HD Remix, I played for like 2 hours last night.
Jesus.
I've been playing a lot lately. And the problem is, like, I've been playing so much that last night when we finished playing, like, I'm in pain doing this episode right now because of that.
Yes, tell them how you sustained your terrible injury.
Okay, so I was playing a few games with a few friends for about 2 or 3 hours. And when we finished, I stood up and I pulled my hamstring.
So you injured yourself by standing up.
Yeah, because I was sitting down for so long.
It's like atrophy kicked in or something. You got a muscle cramp.
And it didn't really start to bother me until like an hour later when I went to bed. And then like when I rolled over, I was like, oh God, this really fucking hurts.
You're a woman.
Well, like not everybody can get hit by cars, Kyle.
Whatever, I'm Superman. My mutant ability is to not die from getting hit by a car.
And screaming at women.
Screaming at women? Oh, this is new. Tell the story.
Well, no, that's part of what happened at the accident. He let loose with a barrage of obscenities and I'll murder your children.
That's what I said.
No, I didn't say that about the kids, but
I kind of wish I did though.
Nah, that's you don't. Yeah, well, yeah, me too. Kind of be a much badass story. Did you look down and find $5?
What?
Well, any story's better if you find $5 at the end. But yours is really.
I see what he's saying. He you got hit by a car. Did he find $5 and feel better about it?
Right.
All right. But no.
Oh God, my back. Ooh, a $5.
Yeah, basically.
I could buy a sandwich. Or some taquitos if I play my cards right. I'll just crawl over to the 7-Eleven.
There you go. While you wait for 911 to get there.
Shouldn't.
Yeah,
Good
much
thing I
better
didn't hold
chance.
my
I've
breath.
seen them there.
Yeah, probably.
So anyway, Street Fighter. I went out and I bought the Street Fighter 4 Mad Catz pad.
Uh-huh.
You know, because the 360 D-pad is considered to be bad. Especially for fighting games. So this one here was, the D-pad was designed based off of the Sega Saturn D-pad. I don't know if you've ever used it.
I think I played Sega Saturn twice.
Okay, the Sega Saturn D-pad is considered to be the greatest D-pad for a fighting game. And so, like, a lot of people had high hopes for this one, and I've been playing with it the last few days, and it hasn't fell off yet. It doesn't live up to the hype. It's not a very good controller.
Okay.
And I'm really disappointed with that. But either way, after using this one here, and going back to my 360 one, I was pulling off the moves better on the 360 one, so I think it kind of helped me. And, I'm really excited for Street Fighter 4. I ordered the Tournament Edition arcade stick for it.
Okay.
But, that's going to be good for other games, too. Like, I love Pac-Man Championship Edition on the 360, and I play a lot of fighting games on the PC as well, too. So the nice thing there is, if you buy the 360 one, you can just plug it into your PC, and it'll work. So that'll be nice. It kind of works both ways.
So, did you buy the one on the PS3?
The Tournament Edition stick?
Yeah. No, the just the game itself.
Not yet. No, it's not out yet.
Did you pre-order it?
No.
I thought you did.
No. I'm not going down this path, Kyle.
Yeah, because I recall someone laying down around $400 for Street Fighter 4 stuff.
No, it was not near $400. It was more like...
If you included shipping, it was $400.
No, because I did the slowest shipping on all the other stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it was more like...
$350.
No, more like $300.
Oh, God. More money on Street Fighter 4 than I paid for Steel Battalion.
Yeah, but it's Street Fighter. It's better than Steel Battalion.
Debatable.
No. How is that debatable?
Because it's a giant robot versus Street Fighter.
Okay, let's go down this road of giant robots. All right?
No, it's not. This road's dark and scary.
No, I now know, and Paul now knows, why you wanted to set up Mugen.
Oh, God. No, not this road. Oh, yeah. God, there's a child molester on this road.
Paul, do you recall this video that I sent you the other day?
Yeah, because I had a very innocent question about what Mugen was.
Okay, Mugen is a fighting game engine based on the PC where you can import characters to and basically fight. It kind of acts like Street Fighter or whatever mods you add to it.
Yeah, the video that I saw did certainly show some of those qualities, yes.
And that video that you saw is what Kyle was trying to set up, which is what he wanted to play.
It didn't have robots.
I did not see one robot.
Robots.
Please describe what you saw.
Well, there was a female character, and you're gonna have to help me out here because I'm not sure who she was.
I'm not familiar where she's from.
I don't know what she's from either.
And it was a setup much like Street Fighter or, one of those. And then along came what looked like a Doberman. And then things happened that I didn't want to see. And
tentacles, oh my God, tentacles.
Then there were tentacles, yes. And I was reminded, for the grueling minute before I turned it off, that the mind's eye cannot be stabbed out. So...
Yeah, this is true, and I reiterate, this is what Kyle wanted Mugen for.
I wanted it for robots, not for bestiality rape with ghost dogs.
So remember, Kyle, when you pick on me for Street Fighter, I'll bring this video up every time.
Oh, that's not fair.
It is on YouTube, easily accessible.
That's right.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the thing. It's on YouTube. It's graphic.
Yeah.
yeah, but after Street Fighter, I actually played Grand Theft Auto 4. I did a little night of Grand Theft Auto 4 online, and I will admit that game is so much better online than it is off.
Yeah.
Because like if you just build up a game with your friends, uh, and you set it up to free play, so you can do basically whatever you want, then that's where the game kind of shines, rather than the single player. So I
Yeah.
played that with Simon Di and a few of his friends, and it was a lot of fun. I will admit. You know, getting in a helicopter, flying around the city, or crashing my helicopter into somebody else's, or seeing somebody run down the street and flying my helicopter down and chopping them up with the blade. That was kind of cool.
Jesus. Yeah, Nancy managed to borrow that from one of our friends. So she's been playing that here.
And you still don't like it, huh?
No. In fact, I hate it more now because I'm forced to play certain parts.
You know, I'm not a fan of the game. I'm not going to hide that. Grand Theft Auto 4, from a technological standpoint, was amazing. They did some really impressive stuff with the graphics, the world, and everything else.
Yeah, they did.
But as a game, it sucks.
It's so boring.
Yeah, it really is so boring.
If I
And
wanted
it's
a
basically-
real-life simulator, I'd play The Sims. At least then I could at least make a quirky serial killer.
Right, it's more of a life simulator than anything else because like your buddies are calling them up, and to success in the game or to do well in the game, you have to answer, you know, and it's like, what the fuck? Part of the fun in Grand Theft Auto is just going around and killing people.
Yeah. That's why Vice City was kind of fun.
Yeah, the whole cell phone thing was a huge distraction to me. It really was. It was always inappropriate at inappropriate times. I'm heading there, I got to turn around and go back, and it was important, you know.
Oh, you played it?
Grand Theft Auto 4, I did, yeah.
What'd you think of it?
It was of the Grand Theft Autos after the PC versions. This one I like the best.
Really?
I didn't like San Andreas at all. I mean, I played that one for a while, but that's all there was in the Grand Theft Auto style. I did not like Grand Theft Auto 3, and I didn't like Vice City.
I liked Vice City just because of the music.
Yeah, I loved Vice City because of the music and, you know, it's kind of Scarface type environment.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember liking that, but I don't know. It felt clunky. I didn't. Not something I seek out. What did it start with? It started with that Michael Jackson song, right? You got on the moped.
Yeah, something like that. But so basically, I was playing with Simon Di and some of their friends, and it was just fun tinkering around and doing really nothing in the game. Like, Simon would fly his helicopter up and land on top of a building, and someone would come up and blow up his helicopter, so he's now stuck on top of the tallest building in the game.
Huh.
And he's crying for help, so me, like, as the nice person I am, I flew up there and I picked him up.
Did you leap out of the chopper to leave him to die?
No, I did not. I landed him next to another chopper so he can get one.
That's what I would have done. Then I would have laughed as I plummeted to the ground.
And died.
Yeah.
So that's Grand Theft Auto 4. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'll be playing that anytime soon after that. Like I said, though, it's really only good in the multiplayer environment where you just have a free play game and it's good every once in a great while. I did try a trial account on Warhammer Online.
How'd you get a trial account?
A friend of mine gave it to me.
Fatty?
No, he doesn't play that.
I thought he did.
He tried it in the beta and absolutely hated it.
Yeah, I got into the beta too, but it didn't run particularly well on my Intel Mac.
Now, see, as somebody who likes Warhammer, but more so 40K, I know that you prefer.
Yep.
I think you should at least give it another shot because it does run a lot differently than it did in the beta.
Oh God, I from what I played, I absolutely loved it.
I think you should give it another shot, but for me at least, like I didn't really care for it. I don't really like after playing WoW for so long, I don't think I like those kind of MMOs that have the serious type graphics where people actually try to look like people. I kind of
you like more color.
Yeah, I like the World of Warcraft kind of like toonish look to it. Like it'll run great on any system, but it also has such great detail to it.
Yeah, but it's a Blizzard game. It's a given that it'll run on anything.
The art style in World of Warcraft just looks so great. Like it holds up even like from 4 years ago when it first came out. They've done certain things to the engine to make it look good, but it still has so much detail and it runs great. So Blizzard for the win, Mythic for the loss. And I suppose that would be it for me.
Well, no, I believe you played Fallout for 20 minutes.
Okay. Last couple of days for me have been filled with another Black Sheep, Fable 2. I've already beaten it, naturally, and I've heard, the negative parts about the game, so I'm, trying to circumvent them or whatever and trying to have fun with it anyway. It's supposed to be an open world. So, I'm running around finding things or whatever. It does get repetitive.
Are you good or evil?
I'm good. I don't know. It seems like it'd be too painful for me to become an evil character and to upkeep that. I think the balance might be off.
All you have to do is just keep beating your wife. That's what I did.
Oh God! Why'd you beat my wife? Nah, I remember in the first Fable, you would do like 15 evil deeds, and then, you'd start to kind of grow horns or whatever, and then you'd do like one good thing, and you're back to Halo. I don't even want to have to worry about that right now. But it is annoying to have like every villager in the city try to flock around you and trying to get up a staircase, and with a mob in front of you, it's impossible. That's really annoying.
Do you know what you do? Force push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could. That's what sucks, trying to get from Fallout 3, which is another game I've been into Fable 2, because the B button does something completely different and everybody runs away in terror.
Yeah, that totally threw me off in that game. Like, because in most other 360 games, the B button is like a cancel or a back button.
Exactly. Here,
Wait,
it's fuck everyone magic. Like,
yeah,
everybody runs away screaming, and I kind of feel like a tool bag every time, because, obviously it's got to be the start button as opposed to B. So.
Here's a quick question for you, though. Did you feel emotionally attached to your dog?
I have to be brutally honest with you and say yes, I did, and the game is old enough, I guess, to where maybe there could be a spoiler?
Yeah, go ahead.
When it comes time to choose...
Taking my headset off.
When it comes time to choose... whether, to save all the innocents that died building the tower, or whether to bring your dog back to life, or whether to just get all the wealth and money in the world, I chose the dog. Because...
What?
I did, man! Like, I don't know. Plus, there's more hidden treasure everywhere, and, I don't know. He was... he got scared, you tell him it's okay. They did...
The only thing...
Go ahead.
The only thing that my dog ever did for me was he found me a condom.
Yeah.
And then even then I gave up on the game because my wife wouldn't fuck me.
Yeah, that happened to me too one time. Of course, I'm playing as a chick because it's better to watch a lady's behind in front of me than a dude's. So
Wait, what? Oh god, I put on my headset at the weirdest time.
yeah, I was just talking about how I chose to be a female character because why would I want to look at a man's ass running on my screen? So, and then we were talking about why I chose to save the dog after it got shot. And
Oh!
what?
Oh, damn it, Paul.
What?
So I took off the headset.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh, my bad, man. Dude,
That's
you need to
cool.
say, listen, I thought you were just leaving.
No.
So my bad. Okay, I'm sorry.
Paul, you can always do what I do, because in Lost Odyssey in Disc 3, this, you get to this. Kyle? Kyle?
That's very cool, man.
I hate you, Josh. I tore my headset off, I hope in the nick of time. Don't you fucking say anything, Josh. I will kill you.
Alright, so go on with Fable 2.
Yeah, Fable 2. So, okay, did that. And now, basically, I remember Kyle talking about how you have to wait for the credits to end and then you can keep playing Fable 2. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. My income every 5 minutes now is 14,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no big deal. And I'm trying to buy the castle now. I mean, like I said, the game is over, but I don't know. I just, they kept working on it after the story, and then I guess I'll keep working on it too, see what's up. I don't really do it for the achievements or whatever, but just 'cause I like the graphic style of it. Along with probably everybody else, they didn't deliver on the promise. It's not as it doesn't rectify everything that was wrong with Fable 1. And I do kind of find it pitiful that they made a big deal out of the fact that you can jump over ledges and fences, because in the first one it was just crippling.
God.
Well, they made a bigger deal over the dog in this one.
Yeah, like I said, I really didn't mind the dog. When he gets scared, I don't know, you tell him it's gonna get better and blah blah blah.
Mine grew 2 heads.
No way.
Yeah, like, the starting dungeon that you have to swim to.
Yeah, yep.
I was swimming to that little island where the starting dungeon is, and when I got out of the water, I looked back to see where my dog was, and he had 2 heads.
Like it was supposed to be 2 heads, or did they like blend into each other like a ghosting thing?
Like they blended into each other.
Okay, weird.
It looked really freaky.
Yeah.
Did it
And I
stay
beat
like
him ever
that?
since.
What was that, Kyle?
What, Kyle?
Did it stay like that?
Yeah, it did.
Really? It's still
Forever?
like that?
Yeah, well, I don't know now
Oh.
if I go back to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time since I played it. I kind of gave up on that game. I never really did much in it. Like, I got to the point where that lady's telling you to go earn money or whatever, by doing like jobs around the town, like with blacksmithing and stuff. Which was pretty cool. The crafting in that game I did like, but it really got repetitive.
Much
Yeah,
like a real job.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I just said much like a real job.
No, like, seriously, like, hitting the hammer at the point when the bar gets green was like, okay, I think I figured this out now. And it never deviates from that at all.
Hey, it gets harder. I mean, all of a sudden it'll be off to the side, and the ball will be moving like Sonic fast, and yeah.
But it's still the same thing.
Absolutely is, yeah. But I mean, it's a very quick way to get money too. It is, and then ultimately the fastest way is what happened. I was doing one quest, and I had something like 10,000 gold on me when I started it. I came out with like 130,000, just based on the real estate money I'd collected.
Did you play that pub game at all?
No, I have gambled only one time, and it's a whopping 100 gold loss. That's it. I didn't even want to try to start learning it. I don't have anything against gambling. I don't need it, So, and then there was Fallout 3, which I think I got Kyle into.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah.
definitely sold me on Fallout 3.
Yeah, I mean, Fallout 3, just like Kyle said last episode, or maybe the episode before then, it has flaws, but I think it's so appealing to me because I've been with Fallout since, Fallout and Fallout 2. And what those two were lacking was better voice tracks and really 3D. That finally came, and so I'm willing to overlook the glitches because I don't personally think engine-wise it's all that different from Oblivion at all.
I think it's the exact same engine.
Yeah, the facial expressions are still wooden.
Yeah.
Well, not nearly as bad.
They do look a lot better, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the voice acting, no issues with voice acting. I mean, Liam Neeson's in there. He does fantastic.
Also, Ron Perlman, the intro and the ending.
Yep, Ron Perlman's in. Had to be though. He's a staple.
Is he? Is he a staple?
He's done the intro since the first game, so yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, he's still in it.
Yeah, he was the first guy. War.
Oh, okay.
War never changes. Yeah, so
yeah,
that was him.
Because you know my experience with Fallout, right?
No, go ahead.
No.
Okay, I recently picked up the game.
Right.
Out of nowhere too. I think I was talking to Kyle and I was like, "Oh yeah, I bought Fallout," and he kind of fell over.
Yeah, you've been naysaying it for a long time. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't want to touch it.
Yeah, and I figured, you know what, I might as well see what it's all about, and I don't know. I got to the point where you basically start the game. You're a little baby, which I thought was ridiculous, by the way.
What do you mean?
Oh no, I liked it, man. It was a really cool approach, I think, to doing character creation.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot better than fill out your stats, fill out your thing. Okay, you're done.
You wake up in a dungeon.
I mean, I'll give it that, but it really was the same thing. I mean, you're a baby who fills out his stats.
Yeah, but look at the design of it. You open a freaking picture book. S is for strength. Blah blah blah. Like, it's, I don't know. It's exactly what it is. Feeling. I thought it was pretty cool. Cool way to do it.
All right, so basically, I was a baby, and then throughout the introduction of the game, you basically grow up to be a man in the vault. And
again,
so, I mean,
I'd like to say I was a woman because see previous point.
Wow. Okay, so I was a man.
I was also a man.
And Paul was a bitch. So basically, I got to the point where you do your GOAT exam, and I did that, and it told me to be something weird, and I said, fuck that, yo. And he's all like, oh shit, bitch. And so I basically went on from there, and I got to the point where your father leaves the vault or whatever, and they killed your father's friend.
Yeah.
And
that poor black guy.
So,
the only
so I got to the point
guy
where you.
Vault.
Okay, shut up.
I'm just saying. Vault 101's racist.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I get to the point where you get ready to leave the vault, and I get to that door where you leave the vault.
Uh-huh.
I'm at that point, and this big message pops up, do you want to alter anything on your character? And so it's really intimidating for me, somebody who plays Japanese RPGs, to get something like that where you have to tweak every little thing about your character.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not used to that, and so I don't even know what half these things do. So I was I don't know.
The picture book right in the beginning, man. It tells you.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I skipped through that.
Well, that's why you don't know what anything does.
Right.
Right. I got to that point, and I was like, maybe I'll just wait and talk to Kyle, see what he recommends, and I turned it off. and I haven't gone back to it because, like I said, as somebody who plays more Japanese RPGs, and this is why I don't like stuff like Oblivion or Fallout or any other Western RPGs, is because they give you so much more options, which isn't a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. And the world is so much more open, but I like my RPGs with a more linear pace to them, and everything's more set. All I have to usually change is gear.
But the thing is, with a linear story, that's what it is. It's set out. You can't deviate from it. Sure, you could do maybe a side mission or two, but in order to do anything else in the game, you have to progress the story, which I don't really like. I like to go, all right, I'm just going to go, I don't know, wander off to this little part of the map and dick around for a bit. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I'm saying for somebody like me, because I always get questions like, why don't you like Western RPGs? And that's basically it, because like playing something like Lost Odyssey, you start out here with your character, which happens to be Time, and you're set on a path, and you really can't deviate from it, and you don't have to alter anything like his strength or his charisma and stuff like that. And I know what those things are, obviously, but like Fallout, it just basically it's like boom, here's this big list, figure it out and alter what you want, because once you leave the spot, you can't ever do it again.
I have to say that, and I've played the original Fallout, but at that point, what you're talking about, I was the exact same way. I'm like, did I make the right choices? Why would I already said this is what I wanted. Why would I want to be double sure? But later on in the game, you do get to change and enhance things. You're a level 1 character, you upgrade and everything. So it's not as black and white as that seems.
But it really makes it seem black and white.
Yeah, I agree with you. But that was my thought process exactly. I was like, what if I chose wrong? But it's not that black and white.
But I will say that the game is good looking. Like the Oblivion engine that they used held up pretty nicely. The characters definitely aren't as stiff as they were in Oblivion and ugly looking.
Yeah, definitely.
The voice acting though I thought was horrible.
Really?
Yeah. Like this little kid, oh, nah, I'm gonna beat you up now because I'm at your birthday.
That's a little kid. The adult voice acting is good.
Yeah, I mean, you can have shitty actors, and like you said, it's a kid actor, but later on, there's one very, very annoying one in the frickin' Craterside Supply.
Moira?
Yeah, she's so frickin' bubbly.
What she says is pretty funny, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I got annoyed with her, and I didn't do her thing or whatever.
No?
But Josh, you're right at the point too. You're gonna open those doors or whatever if you pick it up and play it again, and it's something else to see, especially if you have a big TV. It's something else to see what they did with the outside. You think inside looks cool, outside looks amazing.
Oh yeah. I've seen pictures of it, and like the draw distance and everything. The environment looks really impressive, even as bleak as it is. Which it really is bleak. I mean, you are in a basically desert wasteland.
Yep, it never rains.
Oh, I never noticed that.
You beat it, Kyle, right?
Yeah, I beat it.
So you got past those fire ants?
God damn it.
Dude, I could not believe that the fire ants were that close to your starting point. Like, you're like, oh, okay, we're gonna hit up some fire ants now. Those things were just deadly. I was not equipped to deal with them.
It was ball-breakingly hard. I'm like, okay, my hunting rifle has 8 rounds of ammo. I'll be able to take care of these things no problem.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, you shoot it, it takes off like a fraction of its health.
Yep.
So then you pull out the shotgun, and that doesn't do anything. And you might as well just be, beating the thing with the pistol for as good as it's doing shooting at it.
Yeah. And the biggest gripe with it though was the what's it called? The enemy
quest.
that I knew, or I told you, Kyle. I was like, stay away from the main quest. Just do whatever you can else. Because the game doesn't continue after you beat the game. You can't free roam and get all the achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that, and that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, and then it's just
shitty.
like, does this, I don't know. It's done. That's it.
That's one thing that is nice about Naruto: The Broken Bond and Rise of the Ninja, by the way, is that once you finish the main story, you keep getting to play. Like, there's nothing more to do, obviously, like main story-wise, but you can do all the activities and certain things outside of that.
Yeah, that's what I like about games with like an open world. Is after the game's beaten, you could still go around and you could still dick around.
Yeah, I think that's where Fable delivered. because that's what I'm doing right now. I beat the game, and she goes, "Well, go ahead and have fun now." I was like, "Will do, thanks."
So, did either of you get that DLC?
I did.
Okay.
There's some pretty fantastic armor and a pretty decent gun out of it.
Is it worth it? You said it was, what, 4 hours of gameplay?
It was 4 hours of gameplay for $10. You get pretty good. You get 2 good sets of armor. You get a new weapon, and if you're an achievement horror, like 100 extra achievement points. It doesn't really add too much to the story itself. It's more of like a background. Paul, you know how they talk about anchorage a lot in the loading screens?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you do. You enact like one of the final battles.
Oh, so it's a completely different map?
Yeah, you know how you had to go into the VR chamber like at some point during the main quest?
Oh, with the kids and
Yeah.
or the like Fantastic Village thing?
Yeah.
Perfect Village?
It's just like that, except you go into Alaska.
Huh.
Now, let me ask you this, Kyle.
Yeah.
You bought Fallout 3 because at the time money was tight and you basically wanted a game that was going to last you a while.
Yeah.
But you seem to have pissed through this game pretty quickly.
Well, to be fair, I do have about 50 hours logged into the game.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So really, it wasn't that bad of an investment.
That wasn't that bad of a purchase, and I'm definitely going to play through it again.
So the replay value is pretty much there for this.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
definitely.
is. Yep.
Plus, you go, Paul.
I'm looking forward to the next downloadable content, so you can go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
I didn't realize how badly I shot myself in the foot in a few quests. Pretty much because I had gotten aggravated with them and accidentally killed key characters in the quest, so you can't do the quest.
Wow.
Who was that? I think it was like maybe Mick. When he went to play this game, he blew up that first city or something.
Yeah, Megaton.
Megaton.
Yeah, and he regretted it ever since. I think he restarted it because he's like, well, now I can't do anything there.
You can.
Yeah, I don't know. He felt like the game kind of ended at that point or something like that.
Yeah, I never blew up the city, but I always kind of
didn't
pictured
either.
like if this thing is not here, this is like a black and white choice you have. You blow it up or you make it so it'll never blow up. So I have no idea what it's like afterwards. All I know is that the Craterside Supply person Moira comes back if you do blow it up. So you have a shop there.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The reasoning is she was out of town when it happened.
I don't know.
So I'm looking forward to the next downloadable content, like the big one, I guess, coming out in March, because with the level cap, right? And I am also kind of hoping that they allow you to finish the main quest and with the new downloaded content, make that the new main quest. You know what I mean? So you actually have an extension of the game as opposed to I gotta load from an earlier save game and do this new stuff and then finish the game again.
I don't know. The way the game ended, I don't think you'd be able to do that, though.
They wrote themselves into a paper bag.
Yeah. They can't really get themselves out.
Lame.
I don't know how you did the ending, Paul, but did you do it yourself, or did you have the girl do it?
I did every ending, but I was most satisfied with where I did it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I was curious. I'm like, what would happen?
Were the endings significantly different?
You get judged quite harshly if you don't do it yourself.
Oh.
Quite harshly. Like, she doesn't really say it, but you can just hear it. Again, great voice acting. You can just hear it. She's not pleased.
Scorn.
Not pleased. It's like, she chose, blah, blah, blah. So anyway.
What type of character did you play?
Good. I'm always good, but I had crazy spiky hair. Much like, Sturzius from WoW. Yeah.
What skill did you get?
What skill?
Yeah, what skills?
Oh, I was a second time around lock picking all the way up. Also repairs up. Stealth. And small arms actually. I never even built a rocket launcher for serious. I built it like once. I think I fired a teddy bear, and then I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a gun that you can build that shoots garbage.
Yes,
That's funny.
which is cool.
That's There was one thing that annoyed me with that game though. Before it came out, when they were showing all the videos for it, I think it's called I don't know, the VAT system or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it just looked like it got really old really fast because it was always like, okay, you shoot and it's like an instant kill every time if you go for the head.
No, that's
it's
not true.
No, not at all.
Nope. And then sometimes you're like, how with a sawed-off shotgun to the face did it only cripple the head and they're still walking? It's kind of random.
It's all about the combat shotgun.
Actually,
if
the
you
hunting
use
rifle
the
for me.
shotgun.
That's really I go with the hunting rifle. That's
Yeah,
it.
I used the hunting rifle for a long time, and then I did energy weapons just at the very end because that's all I found. And I don't know. I think I prefer energy weapons now. Plus, yeah, the Tesla armor that you get off the Enclave guys doesn't give you any negatives to your stealth or charisma or dexterity, and that adds +10 to your energy weapon skill. So you have an effective 110 energy weapon skill if you max it out.
Interesting. The only
Yeah.
thing is, it's heavy as hell, and that's the one
Yeah.
drawback. If they had chosen to give assign weight to ammunition, then you'd be screwed totally.
Oh yeah, definitely. But ammo's definitely the easiest way to get money in that game.
Yeah.
So basically, the general rule is that Lost Odyssey is better than Fallout 3.
I'll tell you what, man. You've talked about Lost Odyssey a bunch of times now. I do want to give it a shot. I need something new anyway. I mean, I'm beating a dead horse by continuing to play Fable 2. So.
Well, I think that I don't know how experienced you are with Japanese RPGs, but they are extremely different. Western and Japanese RPG, they're just so different.
It's a Japanese RPG is more like reading it's like being an interactive book.
Huh.
Right, the story is told to you rather than I guess in
Experiencing it.
In like your Fallout, you live the story and you experience the story.
Huh.
Also, if you do play it, make sure you have time cleared to play it because save points are kind of spaced out in that game.
Well, see now I'd say that that you're wrong with that.
I don't know. At least in the beginning, it's a pretty big gap in between a few of them.
It was kind of like the first disc wasn't too bad. The second disc got really bad at one point. I think I went like 3 hours without seeing a save point.
Whew.
Now, part of that is also because when it comes to Japanese RPGs, I really go crazy and I look for every little item while I'm exploring, basically. Like, I'll never just run right through the game and not find all these hidden spells or hidden items.
I think
so.
If you did play Fallout 3, you'd probably like it because there's a lot of hidden crap in it.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I definitely heard about it, and I will give it another go. I think I'll probably continue it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
open that door.
When you open
through.
that door, dude, it's strange when you see the world for the first time. It really was.
It'll definitely be after I finish Lost Odyssey, though.
Fair enough.
I don't want to be involved with two RPGs.
Yeah.
Especially one that I'm really enjoying.
But with the content for Fallout 3, I was satisfied. I wouldn't call it anything like Crippleware, anything close to that. Yes, the main quest was 7 legs long, but the side quest, like Kyle said, it was you can go off on a side quest and get sent 11 different places without it getting repetitive.
Well, see, I've never heard anybody call it Crippleware. The basic story that I've heard from it is most people either love it or they hate it, but nobody really I know talked much about the story. Like it was too short or it was too long. There wasn't enough to do or whatever.
The main story was definitely way too short. I probably chewed through it in 2 hours.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now in Lost Odyssey, I I would say that I'm basically, I think 27 hours in, and I'm close to disc 4.
How many discs are there that game?
4.
4.
All right.
4 dual layer discs.
Yeah, that you'll want to install to your drive.
Wait, you can. See, I'm a rookie. That's why I'm playing games that came out 6 months ago. But no, not that long ago. You can install games onto the Xbox hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't do it with Fallout because it glitches out a lot. I found
Okay.
that out the hard way.
But with something like Lost Odyssey, you're really gonna want to. I don't know. I didn't really notice it with Fallout so much, but like with Lost Odyssey, it constantly reads off your disk, so that drive never once stops.
You know what? I was thinking. I have heard that when I'm playing a game, it's just like making the drive noises. I'm like, I wonder if that's good for the Xbox. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be doing that, otherwise it wouldn't. So
It's not good for it.
interesting.
So yeah, if you play Lost Odyssey, you're gonna want to install it.
Okay.
And I don't know. Anybody else have anything to add?
God damn those fire ants.
Yeah.
I have a headache thinking about that quest.
So I take that as nobody has anything to add.
No.
Get Fallout.
All right, Paul, do you have any life lessons with Critical Strike?
I need to stop saying first of all. I want to say thank you to you guys for having me on. I've been listening to you for a couple months now. And yeah, I'd like to I enjoyed myself. And we'll keep listening to you guys.
All right. Thank you for coming on. It was fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Kyle, do you have any life lessons? Like, look both ways before you cross the road?
It was a one-way street, and I had the green light, and I was in the middle of the street when she took the corner and hit me.
The way it happened, you both had a green light to clear
Yeah.
that up. So she's still an idiot.
Yeah, she is an idiot. But my life lesson is smash the shit out of a car if you get hit by it and you could still walk.
All right. I guess my life lesson would be if you're going to play Street Fighter for 3 hours, get up and move around every once in a while. Because I'm in pain.
You're a woman.
Dude, it hurts.
Ooh, I pulled a hamstring sitting down.
I tried to rub one out this morning, dude.
Oh,
Let me tell you,
God.
I was in so much pain. Seriously. But I accomplished the mission.
How do you use your hamstring doing that? That doesn't even make sense.
I was stretching my leg.
Stop picturing him in the shower.
What are
Yeah.
you doing? Like putting it behind your head? Like putting your leg behind your head?
Maybe.
That's weird.
You want pics?
No, not really. Send
All
them
right.
to my email account.
And yeah, before we leave, I will say thank you for everybody for your comments on Critical Music 05. Congratulations to the Cyberpunks Gaming podcast for your 1 year of podcasting.
Congrats.
And stop stealing from us.
Yeah, seriously.
Uh,
Combat this. Josh and I have come
Leave-
up with a new format.
yeah. Leave us some iTunes reviews. We'd appreciate that.
Yes, we would.
And stop dropping coins, Paul Nash or Kyle.
It wasn't me.
It was me. My life lesson is learn to turn off your microphone.
You already did the life lesson. It doesn't count.
Oh.
It's a
All
new
right,
key.
so,
he
that's gonna-
had an honorable mention.
Oh, very nice. Shades of old. All right, so that's going to do it for Critical Strike, episode 35. Again, I am Josh, and there's Kyle,
Yeah.
and there's Paul. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Good night, peoples.
Night. Recording.
Me too. Wow.
Word.
Do you like that? I caught that when I was looking at my lines. I'm like, this isn't right.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be all flat, not squiggly.
that's what she said.
Sorry.
Oh.
Okay. I am waiting for go ahead.
You have to do it, or else I will interrupt you.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
You have to kind of like throw it out there and get it going.
Okay. Hallo und willkommen zur 35. Episode von Kritischer Schlag. Ich bin Paul Nash.